Frying is a quick and easy way to cook all sorts of delicious foods, but to get the perfect fried food, you need to know how to control the oil temperature. Hi, I'm here with some tips and tricks for shallow and deep frying. First, we'll talk about shallow frying, also known as pan frying. This method uses a relatively small amount of oil, typically a quarter to half an inch deep in the pan. To get started, add the oil to a pan on the stove and turn the heat to medium-high. Once the oil is hot, you're ready to add your food. But first, make sure it's dry. Patting it dry with paper towels will remove any surface moisture, so that the food doesn't stick to the pan and the oil doesn't splatter. It also helps to prevent the food from becoming soggy. If you're frying something delicate like fish, you'll want to fry it gently. That means the oil should be shimmering, but not smoking. A good rule of thumb is if you can see small bubbles rising to the surface of the oil, it's hot enough to cook your food. If the oil is too cold, the food will absorb too much oil and become greasy and soggy. On the other hand, if the oil is too hot, the food will burn on the outside before cooking through. So for best results, make sure the temperature is just right. Once your food is added to the pan, don't move it around too much. Let it cook undisturbed until a crust forms. Then you can flip it 1 or 2 times to ensure even browning. To remove the food from the pan, use a slotted spatula so you can easily remove it and place it on a wire rack to drain excess oil. Now let's talk about deep frying. With this method, you submerge the food completely in hot oil. That's why it's important to use a deep fry thermometer to monitor the oil temperature. For extra crispy foods like chips, you'll want to fry them twice. Start by frying them in oil at 325 degrees Fahrenheit or 160 degrees Celsius. This temperature cooks the inside of the chip but doesn't do much to the outside. So to crisp it up, you'll need to fry it again at a higher temperature, like 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius. Just be careful not to overcrowd the fryer. Add the food in small batches so you don't lower the oil temperature. And always use a thermometer to keep an eye on the temperature. If you're frying something other than chips, like chicken, fish, or vegetables, start by searching for the best deep frying temperature and time. You can use a meat thermometer to make sure the food is cooked through. When frying foods with a batter or breading, make sure to check the oil temperature frequently because the coating can sometimes make the temperature fluctuate. Finally, when frying, always keep a close eye on the oil. Never leave it unattended. Oil can overheat and catch fire if it's not monitored. Keep a fire extinguisher nearby and never throw water on a grease fire. Now you're ready to become a frying pro. Thanks for watching.